Condense the following expression to a single logarithm. 3 log a plus 4 log b minus 5 log c. We're looking at a logarithmic expression here with 3 terms. We're going to condense this to a single term involving a single logarithm. This will be accomplished by using the laws of logarithms. The first one states that the log of a product is exactly the same thing as the log of the first factor plus the log of the second factor. In this problem, when condensing the logarithm, we're actually going to be moving from right to left as this equation shows up on the screen. We're going to take the log of individual terms that are added, and we're going to write it as a single logarithm. We're also going to use a property of logarithms that states that the log of a quotient is equal to the log of the numerator minus the log of the denominator. And we'll also be using a property that states that if you're taking the log of any base, of something to an exponent, that exponent can be moved to the front of the logarithm. Log of any base of m to the k is equal to k times that logarithm of m. When condensing this expression, there's a few ways that this could be approached, but the way that I'll do it is I'll begin with this third law of logarithms. And if you take a look at all 3 terms, you can see that there is a number that's being multiplied in front of the logarithms. And when condensing an expression to a single logarithm, it's sometimes useful to take those coefficients in front of the logarithms and rewrite that as a power. 3 times the log of a becomes the log of a to the third power. 4 times the log of b becomes the log of b to the fourth power. And 5 times the log of c is the same thing as the log of c to the fifth power. At this point, I'm going to work from left to right. First, I'll look at the log of a to the third plus the log of b to the fourth. And I'm going to apply the first law of logarithms that states that if you're taking the logarithm of some factor plus the logarithm of something else, that can be written as a single logarithm of a product. And the 2 factors in that product are a to the third and b to the fourth in this case. So I have a logarithm of a to the third, b to the fourth minus a second logarithm of c to the fifth. This is a difference. And we have a second law of logarithms that states that if you're taking the log of a difference, the log of some factor minus the log of another, that can be rewritten as a fraction, where the numerator comes before the minus sign. If the numerator is what you're taking the log of before the minus sign, and the denominator is what you're taking the log of after the minus sign. So in this case, the first term, the term before the minus sign, was the logarithm of a to the third, b to the fourth. And after the minus sign, we were taking the log of c to the fifth. So that goes in the denominator. At this point, we have condensed our original logarithmic expression to a single logarithm. 3 log a plus 4 log b minus 5 log c is the same thing as the single logarithm of a to the third, b to the fourth over c to the fifth.